Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. 18th of June, Wednesday, and we have our lovely pulse speaking, the mighty of the mightiest ones. Let's see what we're gonna have for volatility going on around that shenanigans. So far, I'm gonna cover lightly just because we are like almost just not even 2 hours away from the market update, so not much change on it. Long and short, middling. Not much movement on that one. We will see some more shenanigans later on, around 8 o'clock, I guess he's speaking. Not that I'm gonna watch it or something, but just keep in mind it's gonna be volatile day. So far, long and shorts are middling. We came from a little bit lower than, yeah, 62. Now we are 49. So yeah, you can say that this is a little bit middling, so independent yet. So let's see how that's gonna play out for today, tomorrow, and end of the week. As most of the times, Fridays are a little bit more scammy and trappy price action. So let's keep in mind that. Then just skimming over the liquidity section, what I just want to mention is we still kind of is facing to the downside. Yes, there is more of the upside, but still we came lower to the. Why it's not working? Weirdly. Okay, this is. Wait, let me refresh this. It doesn't show the price action. I don't know what's going on with CoinGlass. Anyhow, around that's I guess it's 103 price action. Around there we have a little bit more of the liquidity to take. Yes, upside is still appealing. And yeah, 1039. So I'm guessing we might grab that if we're gonna have a liquidity grab and then continue to go higher. Speaking about that on the higher time frame, it's nice to see as well that we most of it grab them already, but it's still like stacking over here. So I'm aiming that we're gonna grab that, and that's gonna be kind of H101 area what I'm aiming for, to have a kind of a bounce from it and go and grab maybe, or fail to take that one and go lower. That's as well possible on it. So let's see how that's gonna play out today after the volatility. So far on the bits, let me refresh that as well before it's gonna be broken. In any case, okay. So we still have the wall quite heavy, and it starts talking a little bit more, I guess, than before or around the market open. So yeah, there's still a little bit more coming in. So this is quite heavy and aggressive. So I'm not really assuming that we're gonna take that out in one go. So that's gonna be a struggle if they keep stacking them and keep retracing them more above us. So let's see how that's gonna play out. If not, we're gonna go lower, and then the next attempt on it might be even better. But let's see. So far below us on the lower time frame, go on 5 minutes. Let's see how that's gonna works out. We've been testing the lower time frame, and above us we are a little bit more pressure to the downside. Not much, but it's something. And as well, 101 around 102, we have a kind of H150 bits laying down to grab. So that's maybe potential to have a little bit bounce from it if we're gonna go that way. Still, there is some pressure to go higher, but I'm not sure if we're gonna be able even to take all of it out in one go. That's gonna take some time to work for it. So that's on the bits. Let me have a look. Everything's fine. Fine. Okay. VIX. We had some push from the 16th till 21. And I was scared that we were literally gonna spike through 24. We didn't do that. That still is possible just because we regained that mid area, what I'm having as point of interest of 19%. So going and grinding it higher, we will have some retracement on the market, definitely. We still are having some of it. So if you're gonna start to go below that 19 area, below 18, that I'll be really happy about to see it again. And if not, it looks like we're gonna turn around, but I'm not really assuming that this is accurate on the VIX. So still I'm aiming to go lower, but eventually after the Paul's speech or whatever, there's a lot of volatility going around in the market. So then and only after that, if that's gonna settle, we will have a normal market sentiment, I guess, what we can play from and chart from or see how the chart's gonna behave. because so far this is just like waiting to the time that he's gonna speak, and it will explode in both ways to grab all of the liquidity in both ways, and then we're gonna settle. It's always happening. I will show you what I mean in a second. And 1 hour, same as the hodl bot. Like I said, I'm still aiming. This is my line box or line in the sand, with whatever we want to call it. This area around the 102, 101 area for another leg down to grab the liquidity, then go. Technically, what I would like to see is something like this. Grab it. Technically, it's going to be a lower low, but on the high time frame, you're going to settle a higher low, so it's fine, and you're going to grind up, and then you're going to have another failure, and that's going to be your major failure. If not, then we're going to take out the resistance on the upside, right? That's a kind of what I'm aiming for. Just because June, what we are grinding around the June right now, it's been quite a lot of times hit, and that level is already weakened. That monthly, I'm not even consistent as a strong month anymore. We had a failure from the weekly on quite a nice one, actually, failure or bearish retest on the weekly, and now we really want to hold the daily. So far on 1 hour, yes, it's going for. But 4 hour looks a little bit different, and we might see a little bit more or one more push to the downside. Not maybe not even to that 101, but February is still positive to go, because we didn't even retest that one fully with the wick what we created over here. We still can go and do that. But still, this is the area what I'm kind of aiming to go higher from. And if not, we're gonna turn around over here. That's fine as well. But then we have a little bit more chance to have a bigger failure on that. Right, if we're gonna do this, just because we've created a lower lower on that one, so we can do that, and then maybe the next one it's not gonna be even that high to create it, right? If you're gonna start to see this kind of pattern on it, it's all possible. Sorry, what? There is another hack? 100 millions? What? Who is holding the power? Iran no BitTex crypto exchange? Never heard about it, and it's shady as fuck already, so I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, bye. Couple billions again. Yeah. Same shit, different day, I guess. Anyhow, on the metrics. Like I was mentioning as well last week, we are kind of flirting with the point of control area. And to be honest with you, 4 hour looks like we are below that. If we start failing that and closing lower, then we become like in the low volume area. So that's why I'm aiming as well for the 101 area to bounce from, to grab all of this, fill it, create a volume, and then bounce back to retest anything bearishly or regain the levels. So that's why I'm kind of aiming for it. And we have still a little bit more pressure to the downside than from the pulls. Then if we're gonna do that, I'm assuming oscillator gonna cool off most of the times, and we're gonna see quite nice reversal on all of them. So that's gonna be, it looks a little bit too pretty to work out like that, but eventually, who knows, it might happen. Remember, that's my time, so 8:30 in the evening is the Fed conference. So have a look which time frame, which time it's on your side, but only if you look at it, or if you want to listen what he's gonna brag about it or whatever, if you're gonna cut or not the rates. I don't care what's happening, but that's just to inform me that it might be volatile. Either way, both ways. Stable coins, we are kind of on the side on it. Large caps, middling, that's good. We are holding the middle, so we are not that down on it. Shitties and altcoins, of course, they are getting beaten, but still, it's nothing lost yet. Right? Market is quite positive on the Magnificent 7 or whatever. So yeah, that's good. That's fine to see. Ecosystem as well. I like to see that most of the coins are still holding the middle line, so it's not that doomed yet. DEXs are picking up as well a little bit more. I guess people are switching over from exchanges, so good as well. DeFi as well, NFTs and privacy are kind of in the middle area. We've been quite high on those ones, so yeah, starting to retrace a little bit. So it's maybe fun to pick up something on it. Like I was mentioning as well, Sunday, I saw that USDT are a little bit already coming down from the area that had been from 2 months almost, above 100%. Funny to see. So this could mean that or it's been taken out from our wallets or anything, or it's coming back into the crypto in the market. So take it as it is. So for me, that's positive. That's coming down. So I would like to see that most of it's gonna go higher from it, pick up, and who knows, those funds might get back invested into the some assets. So that's gonna be great. Dixie a little bit higher, not higher as previously high, so that's still fine. If that starts to retrace down, then Bitcoin might go higher. Right now, we see as well pick up in USDC. So they are a little bit more on the side from some assets. So that's fine, but hype is still holding strong and going strong. So that's positive. Memes are a little bit higher. Ethereum had a little bit pullback on it, and Bitcoin is still in the middle. So take it as it is. I like to see if that's gonna pick up a little bit more, especially Bitcoin, and USDC will go lower and Bitcoin will go higher. That will be fine. Hype even so. That's gonna be quite interesting to see, especially actually after today. I would like to see the volatility, how that's gonna be impacting the ecosystem. That's on it. And right now, let's go first and see the dominance. That's one is still grinding higher and higher. So eventually, there's not much to say about it. If some people don't understand it yet, then it means two things. Like if dominance increase and Bitcoin increase, then alt's gonna be go lower. If dominance increase and Bitcoin's decrease, alt's going a little bit on the highway to the downside. If we increase and the rest is stable, then that means that's only the dominance going higher. What you really want to see is finally going to decrease in dominance and Bitcoin is going to go higher together with alt. That's the most epic move what you can have, right? For both ways. But so far, we're still grinding into the downside and we're creating higher highs from it. So technically, it's still up movement. So not much to say about that. If I guess still grinding to the downside, yeah, so still grinding sideways. See if we're gonna see any failure from it. It's 4 hour, yeah, it is on 4 hour. We kind of failed the levels what we was holding technically right now, and I'm not sure if we're gonna be able even to regain. Yeah, we closed below the daily and March and weekly. Now it's previous weekly is holding, so any lower close right now, yeah, Bart Simpson is coming. It's cooking it somehow. So I guess we were speaking with Will about it. There are some two possibilities for it, right? Grind more to the sideways and then have Bart Simpson and you have a pickup, or you're gonna regain the whole range and you straight going for a yearly. That's what you want. The last one, what you want, the Bart Simpson. I'm not sure if that's gonna be pretty, but the regain of that one's gonna take a little bit longer. If so. So yeah, that's kind of is what I'm aiming for if want to show strength, then this one would need to play out this fractal technically. So the same what we did over here, grind, and then spike up from nowhere, hold the level, and again grind it. But that's my take on it. Not really big on ETH, but I need to chart it. Hype first before I'm gonna go to Bitcoin. Hype is quite interesting one because I've been mentioning it that so many times already, and just to show you how strong is hype. This is the liquidation bands what we have, right? Hype on daily didn't even reach the 150 axis yet. still maybe the moment what we are creating right now, just because we've been like that overstand it, and we went only higher and higher constantly. We created higher low, higher highs and lower highs. So right now we see some cool off on the daily. That's fine. I like that to see why, and it's kind of is coming together with the levels that I'm aiming for. I was talking to Zeus and I was saying to him like this area between the previous weekly, because that one never been tested yet, right? It's easy to come back to it, test it. All June, you have your liquidations bands in the middle of it, so grab the liquidity on that one, right? So even coming lower, something like this, right? Then on top of that, technically what you have is your stupid fib as well, exactly in that area, right? And I guess it, let me switch this off. And but I'm thinking that the bands are coming even closer to it, right? So that's going to be the first bounce from the lower bands, or even not, then that's just the continuation for it and go higher. So then you are even better because you are coming close to the the fib 8.6 from 12.6, right? So you failed the 12, you come back to 8.6, you regain 8, you come back for 12, and if we're gonna start regaining that, then 16.6 is on the play, and that's gonna fit with the area that we've been mentioning, 52, 50-ish area for another high, right? So this is literally what I'm looking for, hype to play out for a longer term, regain that, doesn't matter how you do it, and this is the next up what you're gonna create. Yeah, it's a combination. Yeah, always use the combination. You should know that, Lens B. I know you've been on the holidays, but you should know that by now. But yeah, it's the combination one, yeah. The rainbow, there is no rainbow over here. The rainbow is the liquidations band. So you should know that as well. I told you that. MDX liquidations indicator, and you switch the data from the levels to the bands. So the levels are the normal levels, what it shows, right? On the liquidations side of the leverage, and they've been combined as average into the bands, and the midpoint is 150. Then you have the 20s, 10, 5, and the rest leftovers of the X. So again, same as the levels, 150 are the most important. Over here is the band, the most important in the middle of it. This is the player that I'm really looking for hype for a bigger long on it, and literally that, if that's gonna play out, I think so. There's a lot of things that's laying down there to pick up and overlapping each other. It's quite obvious it will go there. If not, it will front run a little bit. But so far, how the daily looks like, if you're gonna close the daily over here, we fail. Or no, we fail the whole structure, the range. That's fine. We can lose that. We come back, we hold the floor, and we have a continuation. Why? Technically, if you if you look at the whole hype situation on 4 hour, right, and switched off this and this, since the beginning of the move, from this move right now over here, from 7th of April, hype never ever set a lower low on the whole move. Never. There never is lower than the swing. So it's been kind of, if you can call it like parabolic go up, then that's the way. Grinding it kind of sideways, still higher and higher. That's the move. Yes, we set the lower highs on it, but they've been regained quite significant as well, right? So doing that move, what I just was saying, it's 60% that will play out, just because from the whole structure wise, this is your high, this is your low. We create a lower high, then this is technically higher low. From this move to the downside, it's a higher low. And then you have another higher high, higher low, higher high. We break the structure on the range right now over here. Going back in between the weekly and June, right, you settle a higher low. Either way, we will go lower than that, right? Technically making from this position to this position is going to be a lower low just because of this structure, right? Then on the bigger time frame, you're still holding your higher low, right? Yes, we broke kind of a structure, but then we still can go to another leg up and then start a failing. If that's going to be the top, right? 50-ish, 55-ish area. That's what I'm aiming first for it. Zeus agree with me as well on that one. Technically, just because of the God fib, right? Our lovely. And if we're gonna start regaining this area, like I was saying, and I'm always mentioning, I'm working with the boxes. I'm aiming first for the high. This is my high. If that's gonna be regained, we're gonna settle another higher low. Then 60 it is, right? What do you mean? Exactly what Bitcoin was saying? Not the big jump. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just a low. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so far on 4 hour, speaking of 4 hour structure, we are technically what I'm saying was bearish retest the weekly perfectly. We failed that. We bearish retest the daily. We failed that. We have a continuation, right? So that's why I'm aiming. If that's we're gonna go lower. If so, that's we might front run it. Hype likes to front run me. I'm quite pissed about it sometimes, but it is what it is. They like to piss me off. We might front run this, but either way, this is still the level of me gonna play out. Same here, it's been front run a little bit 6.6, right? Same here, we regained that. Where did we went? Right? If you go by the history, it plays quite efficient and good as well. That's why I'm heavy on it, and I will be heavy on it still if it's gonna break anything. Yes, we can argue that weekly and monthly looks odd or whatever, but it's still going higher. There is no reason to even think about it that we broke anything to the downside about it. Daily looks that we might retrace, yes, but then retrace the from here till mid between the June and weekly, it's 11%. That will significantly move the oscillator to cool off. Same what we did over here, right? Technically, if you think about it, from this point, from this high to the low, we did 24%, right? And we didn't even fully cool off the oscillator. We came a little bit to the mid point. We still can do that over here, right? Just because it's hype, it's quite heavy on the volume, and the market maker of that one, it's incredible. I need to give it that because I've been mentioning that as well quite a lot. Hype is a kind of Asian sentiment as well to Bitcoin. You can, if you watch hype and Bitcoin together or next to each other, you see and you will notice that one is waiting for another one. But that means what Bitcoin is doing, hype will follow. What hype did, Bitcoin will follow as well. So they prepare each other kind of ish in the way that hype knows, like for example, that, okay, Bitcoin is not gonna dump, I don't know, over here to 90%, right? So we didn't do that. So what did hype do? Okay, we're gonna push the price higher, right, to keep the structure, because if Bitcoin's gonna dump a little bit lower to around 101, it's gonna pick up. So then what we can do is same, right, and go even higher. It's the explanation of it is weird, but if you start to look at them side by side, you will realize how hype is working and how the market maker is even thinking as well. Especially like even using the fibs on it, right? It's still going from one to another one. So easy as that. And like I said, on 4 hour, it didn't flinch even that much and didn't broke any lower low on it. Like, show me a fucking alt what does this, exactly that price action. That didn't even make a lower low or struggle with price action, whatever. They are really incredible of holding the price action, but consistent having the structure on it. And it plays perfectly. It's amazing how it plays out. I freaking love to trade that. I literally like last, I don't know, month even, I'm more trading hype than Bitcoin. It's weird. I found this much more relaxing, easier, and childish to play than fucking wait for this to do anything. Because look how all of the places is this kind of ish, if you think about it, right? This whole fucking price action to the sideways, and look how quite easy is this to play, right? It holds perfectly the structure when it need to hold, breaks out from it. It's still, we still trending up technically, right? Even this as well. This as well, the failure of that one, significant. Hold of the level, like to the freaking T. Look at that. This was the most easiest one we could get. And that's not even switching on the swing levels on it. That's why I said structure is freaking the key, and yeah, you cannot go around it. Mm. So yeah, still, I'm aiming that it will go lower. Either way, I'm gonna start, I think, laddering from somewhere over here. And this is my area to watch for the support. Breaking that, that's gonna be the first break from the whole structure. I'm gonna create lower low, the first lower low ever on hype since the move up. So that's the whole take on it for me, and that's why I'm a little bit heavy on it as well. Now it's easy. It's much reliable, I guess, if you can say that. And it really doesn't give a shit about the volatility at all, about anything. So I mean, news volatility. So that's the thing. Secondary, if you do hype or you trade hype, then this should be the next one on the list, because everything what you do on hype, you should do on per as well. Do not mind the exchange what I'm using for trading view. There is no better one for now on per, but I'm doing that on Hyperliquid. So there is no chart for Hyperliquid, but as you can see, still it plays perfectly. And by mentioning that, I will show you this. I've been tweeting about that as well. That move was horrendous. Then the long what we had, and I was trading it on both sides. My bot was trading this, and I was trading as well as symmetry at the same time as my bot. I took 2 trades at the same time. All of those waves been taken from this point, because we start the botting on it from here, I guess. So that's short, long, short, long, short. I had the bot stopped out over here because of the sideways, small long on it, and now I am in the long as well. Bot didn't switch on yet. It's gonna switch on a little bit later, but I manually have had a long on that one. Why? It fits. Perfectly fits. Only case over here, you have a little bit more wicks to it. So I'm showing you this on this chart, but I'm trading it on Hyperliquid. So that means I'm doing this TA as well on Hyperliquid DEX chart, because there you don't have the wicks on it. For hype, let me come back. Losing 38? What do you mean 38? You mean 37? That. Yeah, so technically what you are saying is right, but it's only for this range, right? Yes, you're losing the 37, you make a lower low, but that's on this range, right? This is the low time frame, 1 hour range, whatever, what we're creating here, right? So yes, that's a lower low, but on a higher time frame, we didn't settle it. Either way, this is your mid swing. We still having the biggest swing on a high time frame, but we never lose the higher low from it. Never. Right? And even we're gonna come back to from here to June and hold that, it's still gonna be higher low if you're not gonna lose that. So for me, technically on higher time frame, losing 30.7, right? This level, that will create a lower low on the higher time frame. And only here you will have it. Right? Does that make sense? Because this is a range. You need to think, and this is a range, low time frame range. Yes, we're losing that. Yeah, we're creating a lower low. Yes, for sure, on the lower time frame. A higher time frame, that's gonna be only when we're gonna start losing June. And comparing even that, that's a good one. Look where is June on hype and where is the price action right now, and look on Bitcoin. Where are we? Load. We are literally on June for already like how many times we've been there. Hype just touched twice June and it went straight higher to all-time high twice even, right? So that's why I'm aiming for June to hold, or around ish the June to hold us and go higher. So that's why you always look for the higher time frame for the confirmation if you're gonna have a bigger breakout. And even then, daily looks like, yeah, we might retrace. That's good. That's fine, because we still can. We still have around ish 14% move to the downside to retrace, hold the structure, and continue. That's all possible. And imagine that's gonna be quite funny if we're gonna do that eventually, one way or another way, and this gonna be over here somewhere. Don't tell me that's gonna be freaking bullish or bearish, right? If you're gonna do this, because boy oh boy, that's 55-ish or even higher. It's coming, right? And then you have like a move from June to that area, 59% on hype, right? If that happened, that's what I'm aiming for, and that's what I'm still gonna say. Still, we're gonna do otherwise. And same like I've been mentioned, this either way on 4 hour, like go back on in the history and look at the 4 hour liquidation band, right? Look how we've been holding that, freaking to the dot. We didn't get lower than 20x most of the times. Over here, always grabbing the 150 and you went higher. Right now we are grinding inside. We did that the same here. I'm kind of aiming we're gonna do the same structure over here, right? So is it? I always forget where it is. This. So let's say we're gonna do this area, right? It's something like this. Grind inside that band, then go higher, right? This. It fits. And either way, we're not gonna maybe not gonna reach the 50. We still have that swing to the higher, and we might have the failure of it, right? But then this might play out as well if you're gonna have the higher low, the first higher low on a bigger higher time frame. It's as well possible, right? If you're gonna grind it and then keep following the midline, the change will come if that 100x is gonna be above the price action, right? And if we're gonna start doing this and the price is gonna be here and we start to coming close to it, that might significantly be a failure as well, because then we flip this whole move what we was doing, grinding it above the 100x and 50x's. Now it flips us to grind below that. So that's gonna be the bearish retest of that level. Grab the liquidity and go lower. But that's gonna be the first ever failure of hype on the higher time frame since the beginning of April. Right? So far, not really a sign of it that we're doing that. So that's why I'm aiming for this area, around 36, 34-ish, to go even higher, to regain everything. That's counts as well for the daily, right? Where is the daily? We didn't even reach that on the daily time frame. Not even close. That's why it might be the first time we're gonna reach it. But then reach it, that bounce is gonna be quite significant. Hope that makes a little bit sense. I know maybe it's me. I'm looking a little bit too much on that chart instead of Bitcoin. But That's what I'm seeing in it. Maybe someone have a different opinion about it. I'm happy to read about it or to hear from it. But this is kind of the area what I'm looking for right now. How is the BT doing? Are we failing it? Yeah. Those 4-hour closes are a little bit fucked up. Either way, it's been above the daily. They are nasty. The grabs, both sides. And now it starts to freaking close below the daily. Where do we go? February it is, right? And like I've been mentioning, I'm sorry, we've been mentioning this. I'm still keeping it. And same, probably like you were saying, yes, we can come over here, and that's going to be technically our new lower low from this swing, right? But on the higher time frame, we're still doing higher low. So yeah, you break stuff, but at the same time you're holding it. And from this area, the next move is significant. What you're gonna do? If this is gonna be your next lower high, then yeah, that's gonna be the break of the whole structure. If you're gonna start regaining this, then you might go even higher for the next resistance, right? You always need to play and see the higher time frame as well, how that works, because it's not always about the mid swings what we create. It's always of the higher time frame. It's still what we're doing over here. This exactly the same what this is technically. If you look, I mean, I don't want you to stay and look at the charts 24 hours 7, but most of the times when you look at one coin or like one favorite coin, you will see kind of ways that they not even copy each other, or like they rhyming. Most of the moves, they kind of are doing the similar thing because it works for them to catch people off guard or like trap people of anything. So you're gonna see that more often that they're gonna do it. And that's the only thing what always what they're gonna do most of the times. They try to trap as much people as possible. Same with this, right? This kind of move from here. Technically, what we did is creating higher lows, but this was higher lows, and then you have this move to take out everyone in both ways, and they just really carry on, right? And that's why most of the people who been my students, they know me already. Holding the level, you stop is below the wick. There you have it. Either way, they do this shenanigans. They come back, retest, and then continue, right? But this move was fucked up twice in a row. Once was already painful to watch, but twice in a row, that was horrendous. But they eventually came back and they hold the level, rebuy it, and they send it. So yeah, right now that's the focus. That's the main focus on the Bitcoin right now. We are failing technically bearish retest of the weekly, and significant as well, really well. So right now we are pushing lower, right? We're failing daily if we're gonna start closing below that. And what's gonna hold us? This is not gonna hold us. This has been tested, right? There's nothing else to hold us. What's next? February maybe, but then around the February you have the 101, 102 levels, right? The swing points. But this is the next area what might possibility hold us. How we are on, oh sorry, I've been, oh there we have it as well. Like same on Bitcoin, what we've been doing it. Right below that, where do we go? Lower. Regain the band, go lower, and then you fail again. You fail again. Technically, what we're doing on Bitcoin is failing this band quite significant. And we're gonna go with the band lower when the price sections go here, and then you need to regain that to go higher. If that's not gonna happen, that's your next lower high position, and we gonna go lower to the 90-ish level what Viking and Max are talking about as well. But so far, this is the area what we are focusing. Switching on the levels on liquidity. Is there anything? Yeah, there is. Oh, there's one over here. What can hold? And there's 100 X over here. not much, right? But still, we still can have a bounce because we didn't have as well much over here, and we had a bigger bounce from it because they freaking push it higher from no reason, technically. And then similar with the oscillators, when we start to go lower, what you're gonna see, this will decline, this will go lower, but then eventually we're gonna see a reversal, trend change, and whatever, positive cash flow. We might do this, right? No, that makes sense. Not much to say about it, and yeah, that one as well. Yeah, not much to say about that one as well. Okay, so hyper. Remember, guys, keep an eye on that one. If you want to have easy trades on it, then those are the guys to do. You do one, do another one. It's all similar to each other. Now let me go and see what different alts are doing. If you have guys anything suggestions, then let me know. I'm not gonna even look at that one. That one is dead to me. Sonic. I'm not sure if that's gonna survive. This is doing exactly the same as TI is doing. So that one is dead. Sui. And as mentioned as well, I remember I was talking about it. If we're not gonna regain this area, this support area, will be, what I was aiming for, then we will go to Q2. So it barely holds the previous swing, 207. So close anything below that, then we might have a kind of fucked up BART formation on it. But that's your last hold, Q2. You really don't want to go lower than that on Sui. AVX. Yeah. Leave it. Leave it. Leave her alone. AVX still. I'm facing 15. That's what I'm aiming for. If any buy, then that's my buy. Anything below that, I'm not sure yet. Delete number type shit. Yeah, exactly. Lever, Johnny, lever. If someone knows where that comes from. 15 and then regain the Q2. That's the only thing what I'm aiming for AVX, to see any strength on that one. If not, then boy oh boy, we will go back to 11. Technically, still nothing wrong with it, but I don't know if you want to see $11 on AVX. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for on it. Solana, like been mentioned as well, that failure on it was quite significant from the swing point. Now we failed June as well, Q4, and close anything below, then Q2 is on the table. I'm not even sure that September will hold. I'm aiming for Q2 as well. So yeah. Coming back, if anything want to reverse right now, then weekly regain of the weekly, it's your go for now. Yeah, that swing. But that's gonna be even hard to say if that's gonna happen right now, today or tomorrow, whatever. If we've been over, we still holding the kind of Asia swing area right now, but going a little bit lower and close anything below that on 4 hour, then yeah, 2.3, and maybe we're gonna bite below. Oh, Lansby, unfortunately you didn't know that. It is from Assassin's Creed. Pacific Black Flag, one of the best ones. Anyhow, our lovely one, the most dead old whatever, that's the one. So you mean yesterday? Grass. That's a little bit unfortunate as well that grass starts to failing the bigger time frame on it. But still, it's fine if it's gonna hold 103. If not, then that sucks. If not, then we're gonna do exactly the same way that we did over here. That range and then failure of it, and again grind again. So you really don't want to see this, and then grind again. You don't want to see that. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I thought it's gonna be holding a little bit better. But on the bright side of the meme coins, you have our lovely fart coin that's still kind of is holding the structure. So that's surprising. I really thought it's gonna go a little bit lower to Q4 either way. But great. Oh, it did technically over here. So that's great. There you have it. And if we're gonna keep holding that and regain the weekly, then I will really aim for 105 to regain the swing and create a new high on it. Then the next lower high on that one, definitely gonna teleport you to $2. Definitely to that area over here. Yeah. So that looks promising. Great. What's more interesting? Griffin, I'm not even gonna look at it. Doge ADA. That's going down. Ito finally broke the level. Jesus, it holds quite. Yeah, it's been holding that for like 6 moves. 103, and we finally broke that. So now, yeah, fail that. If we're gonna go below 1028, close anything, then Q2, we're gonna teleport to that one. Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. Yeah, close, it's Q2. See, I was mentioning that to someone, I guess, in DMs. What's this shitty doing? Grind to the downside? Yeah, still grinding. Let's see how that's gonna pick up. Oh boy, look at that. And like I said, failing the Q3. That's the Q3, I guess. Yeah. Where do we go? November it is. This structure is gonna be support. Yeah. November, May. It's you hold. Pepe. So that's not gonna play out till we're gonna regain anything of this structure. Technically, I like the way how Pepper behaves. This moves. It's not going straight down, but it's like literally making high, low, low, swing failure, low, low, swing failure, low, low, and another. So it's grinding to the downside. I like that more than doing fucking Bart Simpson and then wait for months to get that whole structure back together. Right? Because right now the only thing what you want to see is this grind, and it's gonna be fucking bigger spikes from it because this is forming a lot of liquidity over here. This move, it's great. One of the best structures what you want to have for going higher. Question: if you say hypermetric kind of the same one before another, are you also expecting BC to go higher? Hype doesn't, or I mean, for sure they're gonna be like a turning point on it, but yeah, of course, I'm still aiming that Bitcoin might do one more leg up, right? I've been mentioning that as well. Like, if you're gonna still holding this price action, and either way, that doesn't mean we still can go over here to the whole structure, right? Over here to hold that. I mean, I'm still aiming to do this 120 at least or aroundish, and then have a bigger failure to go lower, right? Because then you lose your first and foremost, you lose your whole range what you created over here. You go back to the previous structure, you regain that, you grab the liquidity, and that liquidity will push you lower. Why? We could do either way this on it, right? If you're gonna go lower, because that's gonna create, where is it? This is your low, this is your high, right? And this is your mid swing on it. So I would suggest that this low, high, lower low, and then break that, right? You're gonna create another lower low, go higher, grab the liquidity on it, and then fail, right? I'm not, seriously, I'm one of the few ones, I guess, who is not thinking that Bitcoin's gonna go even higher than 120. I'm even struggling to think that we're gonna come close to that one, right? Just because Can I show you that? Yeah, over here. Just because of this. And yes, take this with grain of salt, I know. But over here, like maximum liquidity what you have is 115. The rest is like little bits, right? If you take out all of this, that will significantly push you lower, right? Over here. So 115, yeah. Over here, 115 somewhere. Yeah, something like this. That's why. And yes, there might be as well a turning point as well that hype is not gonna follow Bitcoin because Bitcoin's gonna go down and hype's still gonna carry on. Yeah, it's still possible. But so far, from this move and when hype was born, so to speak, right? And what we did over here, plus this range, the top range, because this range is quite bigger than what we used to do, right? It's still following to the T. Well, eventually, if we're gonna do the flip, then yeah, we might not follow that exactly the same way, right? What we're doing right now, because technically Bitcoin is ranging. This is a range right now, what we are in. Right? We didn't expect expand to the upside or downside yet. But right now we are holding the range. Hype instead is going stays still higher. It created higher highs and technically lower or lower highs, right? Higher lows. Sorry. We didn't had that kind of significant range as. Okay, technically, what I will suggest you to forget this price action. This area over here, what hype did, you should forget. It shouldn't exist technically on the charts. Because I was talking about with some guys over here as well. Because if you look at the whole structure on hype, let me zoom in. All this is totally different than all this move and what we are doing right now. The behaving of the chart, the structures, candles, this is all natural and most perfect way how the candles behave. And this is bullshit what we did over here. This is all noise. I'm assuming over here they didn't have market maker at all, and this was the switch of the to go flip to the to go to the market maker, and they said okay, move it lower, right? Trap everything, settle, make a settlement to $9, and from that carry on, because this is totally different than what we used to do over here. I cannot agree that this was the market maker because that was really shitty work what he did. Yes, structure wise it fits some of the parts, but how this behaves and what we did over here, it doesn't fit to me with this. This is way too clean, too good to compare it to this. So I guess this, I'm not even considering this as a price action, to be honest, at all. So that's why this looks way different from the beginning of the existence of the hype. So yeah, okay, cool. That's all. Where did I been? It's not much to look at it. If you guys have any points that you want me to go by, what is this doing? Oh, cool. I bet you this is gonna do this. I fucking bet you that's gonna be the next failure. I already see it. Link and inject. Oh, fuck! I always forgot the injective. Yeah, I'm still waiting for it. Technically, so I've been mentioning it as well. I guess last stream we didn't regain the previous high, so that's fine. We didn't go sideways, fine. Then the next step, what I was mentioning, is gonna be around the 10 and 9. Why? Just because we settled the support over here, and we still didn't fail the 8.8. If we're gonna see, let me switch this off. Yeah, that's May. That's what I was talking about. If we're gonna do this, hold May and go higher, then freaking finally we're gonna reach the 16 area. That's what I'm aiming for, right? If so not, then you need to watch out for this area over here. If we start to create any closes below that, we mean on the high time frame, we're gonna settle new low. That means on the daily, right? We're gonna settle a new low from this swing point over here. Then the next move higher could be higher, but I'm not sure if we're gonna reach 14 for the next failure on it. Oh, do you think it was gonna reach 16? Okay, so let me switch this off. Wait, off. That's fine. Technically, right now, what you did from the whole move, right? This as well, all of the noise. So let me explain you. From the high, what we just did, we went all the way to the downside of $6, right? That whole move, right? We're trying to regain this move to the downside. This is the first time on a lower time frame we regain the whole move to the downside. Technically, I mean regain, it means we start to flip it, right? So all this area, because that was your flip, right? This, what you did over here, this was the flip, right, of the whole SR swing. So if that's true, so this is your support. Trading view. This is your support right now over here. We didn't go higher than the previous swing of that dump what we had. So that's my area to flip that. If that's happened, so right now technically we're gonna retrace right over here. This is your support. All this as support because I don't want to go lower than that. All that, and we're gonna regain this area with this move. Then higher it is. We're gonna what you're gonna do then is this. Right? It's not gonna be in one go. You're gonna grind it or whatever, but you're gonna start to regain this whole freaking move, right? And that's what we want. Why? Because we are coming from 52 area. We didn't been there yet. Right? This was our failure. And we broke this whole freaking structure. So now to regain that structure, what you need to do is settle support, first thing first. Then you start to flip your swing points, right? So this is your flip of this support. You start to hold this, and you do this area over here, but then bigger, right? And the next move, you're gonna do this higher high, one more retrace, and then this you all-time high. That's what you want to form, right? Because this whole move, we've been taking all of this liquidity over here. And right now, we start to settle some new sentiment on it and try to go higher. That's why I want to see flip of 16. That's what I'm aiming for. Just because I'm always going by structure. So if you zoom in right now, where is the structure? Where did we broke it? We broke it over here. So this is the breakout structure on the lower time frame. What's next? From this swing, we came all of the down from this swing. We need to regain that. Where is it? Around 15, 16, right? 15 is kind of the measurement area, but 16 is going to be more perfect because it's the wick. Depends on the exchange. But that's what you want to create. So far, right now, what you can do is grind the shit out of it, do this, right? This is well perfect. That's fine as well. But if you watch the bigger moves, then I might see this happen as well, right? That's what I'm aiming for. I'm quite heavy as well on injective, so I'm watching. I mean, you can look at my, those are the most watch coins by me, right? I'm going a little bit minimalistics on it, so I'm not having like the full list I'm going through. This is the main 4 that I'm watching. I don't care about the rest. See you, Lensby. See you. What you gonna buy for me? As a present that you came back. Still waiting for my present, man. So that's what I'm aiming for injective. And of course you can box it in. So this is your first regain, and this is your second regain, and this is your last regain, right? And eventually what you're gonna see is what we do here. Flip it, stay over here, flip it, stay over here, and do this. Same what kind of is what Ethereum is doing right now. right? Stepwise going higher. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm aiming for. Yeah. Mm, okay, this can stay. Injective way use. Oh, link you said as well. Do I have link over here somewhere? Could be, I guess. Link, yeah. Look at that. Old school one. Perfect. Playlist of the swings. Very nice. Very nice. I like it. Look at that. That was the wick, huh? Let's show. I will show you some magic. Look at that. Bearish retest. Perfect. To the T. Fail that. Jesus. Okay, but jokes aside, that was the flip. Do we have anything? Oh, August is holding us. All right. Daily base. You need to hold. Starts holding August. If not, then Q4 is your savior. And eventually, what you want to see, because that's gonna grind down to it. Maybe a wick, come back, close, and regain. This kind of price action, same what you did over here, right? Exact the same. You might see here as well on it. If not, then the bounce from Q4 is gonna be quite major, and you need that. But of course, after that, what you need to regain, technically Q2 first, right? This failure, but most perfectly will be this 15. But you're not gonna do that in one go. So of course you want to see something like this. It's gonna happen, right? And then hold it for one more swing, lower, hold. Why? Because you start to change your structure. Because if that's your previous high, low, higher low, lower high, higher high, sorry, on this price action, higher low, and then you start to create, right? That's what you need to change on it. Because right now, this is still the range what you are in. Yeah. So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna keep this. Let's see if that's gonna play out. Handle, boy, it's been a while. I mean I did it like a couple weeks ago, but it's been a while. I was charting this for investing. I was buying this shit over here together with Eagle. Back in the days, and that's not that long time ago, we've been doing this whole move. We buying. I guess we was buying till here. We sold most of it. Rebuy here, definitely. We was running this, sold somewhere over here, and after that I forgot about it completely. So I remember that back in the days with Eagle, when we was on the run for the spots. Wait, it wasn't even on the. There is more to it. Yeah, see, there's more to it because I remember that week on the Maxi. Yeah, we thought that's gonna be down. We was buying a little bit more over here, and then it skyrocketed. On the daily. Oh, sorry, that's a weekly. I mean, I can take weekly as well. It's easier. Yes, it looks. You hold this, and you really need to keep holding that. That regain. So technically, what you had is your high, this you swing, right? Low, lower, low. You regain that, so you create a higher low, a higher high, and you need to do this now. This is what you want to do, right? But there is a little bit to it as well, because the next move, it can cause some troubles to have this, just because you broke the structure on the weekly. This been broken. This structure over here, right? You didn't hold it, you broke it. And I wonder if yeah, you broke the structure. See? Literally, you create a lower low. Sneaky one. See this? This is a lower than this. And even you close below. So your structure been broken already. To regain that, you need to do on daily wise, either way, right? You need to have this. this move. So coming lower to that one, right? And regain and go higher to create a new high from this point and then start to regain that. But technically, if you're going to see this, right? So then what you're going to have is you're going to come in, you're going to have a failure from that one, but then you need to hold your previous structure. If that's happened, then you are golden. If that's going to be the break of the whole move and you're going to go lower just because of this channel, if you want to look at that perspective, then you need to be careful. But this is what I will look for right now, right? Technically. Some pendle. I mean, if it's spot, then you can DCA the way down. That's all fine. But leverage, I don't know if you can do the leverage right now on it. Back in the days, you couldn't. But yeah, this was horrendous. We make shitloads of money from this move. I will always remember that. I remember I saw some of it here, and then we was trying to rebuy it because we saw some reversal on it, and we missed kind of it because we was buying this move because it was quite aggressive. Yeah. Boy, the Threadmaster days, we make some shitloads of money over there. Okay. Hope doesn't get squatchy so people are so big on. Hope it doesn't get. Hey, Marvi, don't go against me. Still, it looks perfect on Hype. One of the best coins so far. It's holding the higher height of the high time frame structure. Okay, gonna go. Arrow being strong doing the dump. Arrow, really? Oh fucking hell. Look at that. That's what you want to see. Right. You see? That's the change of structure. So same like, for example, injective, right? We came from all the way down to here, up, hold the structure, the support, and you regain the swing. That's perfect. If that's not gonna go straight to February and do this, then you are golden. Right? This or either way, now you can retrace, hold it, and do some structure on the sideways. You have a next support laying down for you, right? But that's what you want. This is amazing. This is good. Great. This is as well area to take profit. If you bought somewhere over here, it's a perfect area to take profit on the new swing. Because technically what you did is low, high, high, or high, low, whatever how you want to call it. Right? This is good. Perfect. Now, I've been mentioned this to you, Marvi, I guess. You need to watch out because this is one of the few coins that didn't hit February after the failure. That's why if you're going to come close to it, it's going to be a push lower, right? 061? 61. Take profit, man. If 061 is your area, average, take profit now. Then next one around here, right? Profit. Why? Because we can reverse. Yeah, okay, it's fine, but still, take profit. Not everything, like, I know, 10% or whatever. The next one is here, reverse, and the next one's going to be some over here. Because this can reverse on you, right? Don't get me wrong, we are on daily, and we have reversal sign, right? This still can do this shenanigans, right, on you. That's why I'm saying take some profit before it goes below your average. And it's, guys, don't be scared to take profits. Like, that should be like the first. Wait, let me. Okay, to be honest with you guys, I can buy spots without knowing where I'm gonna take profits on it. That's not possible. Yes, of course, there's gonna be, with this move, it's a little bit horrendous, but still, it's possible to know your levels to take profits, right? Your history should be your fucking profit taker. First thing first, this is the area to take profit. Why is this area to take profit? You create a new high, right? You've been above your previous high, and you are already having signs for a reversal sign on the daily. That's one. The next one, I mean, February, like I was mentioned, this was your previous swing that brought you all of the way down. To come close to that, you will need to or regain that. But that's still your area to take profit. Done. There's nothing that goes against that. Where's the next one? You can take a little bit on the yearly, because that's as well another swing to take. And then Q4, right? Or in between on those levels. And where's the next one? Fucking over here. Because those coins, like, if you need to remember, guys, it did this already on you, minus 18. So it's still possible that it's gonna do another one. Nothing is taken, right? How sure are you're not gonna break the new lows? You're not. No one knows. That's why you need to cover yourself and take the freaking profits. Right? This is the area to take profit. It doesn't matter if you're gonna take 10%. Guys, and don't be scared. Oh, I'm gonna lose or be losing my way up. No, I don't give a shit about that. Why? Because take 10% off. If it's gonna retrace, you can still add to it and bring your average even lower. I don't care. Right? If you're gonna go higher, take more profit. Then happy days. The lot. I feel like being a savage. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, that's why I try to learn people as well. Like, before you buy anything, you need to remember and know where to sell first. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna fucking round tripping it 400 times. When you gonna sell? Never. Like, what's the most important thing? The ego that you're gonna that you're gonna hit the all-time high with it, or the freaking profit on the way up, and that you have freaking double your investment in it or whatever. Because do you know that that's gonna go back to the all-time high? If so, then be my guest and keep it and do your thing, right? But I have no clue if that's gonna do it. So far, I don't know which one is the biggest history on that one. This the biggest history on it? Yeah, here. Oh fuck! I was sending it. Literally, I was sending this, I guess, to you, right? Hello, hello, Eagle. So what did we do over here, right? It was your high. It was your low. Technically, this is your lower high and a lower low, right? So is this going? Yeah, of course, this can still go to freaking all-time high or whatever. But if you think about it, like in the structure wise, this is the next area that you aim for, right? That's why I said, now you regain that, perfect. Take like 5% either way. I don't care, because still you can do this move later on as well. And look where I put your TPs on it as well. Like, spread them a little bit higher, but yeah, a little bit front run the levels. But this is it. This is what you should set up before you even buy anything. You need to know where you should be your levels to sell. And keep them. Set them on your exchange and let it run. Because if you are not able to pull the trigger on your TPs, if the price gonna come here, exchange will do that for you instead. And you keep going, right? It's still possible. But technically, on the high time frame, on the weekly, I mean, this is doing this kind of still, right? Yeah, there's possibility to go higher. But who knows? Because this is, I guess, the most of it what you can have on the chart. We didn't, yeah, we broke the structure on the on the body, but we didn't create higher high on it. That's a little bit positive on it, but then you broke the whole fucking floor from it. Last burn and not plans to the time to earn. So now you just want to dump everything at the first chance. But wait, if you hold anything from the last bull run, right? So on the way up over here, did those coins didn't do anything? Didn't reach even use buy area, break even, or a little bit in a profit on the move up over here? Not counting the ranges and the sideways movements. They should do something. If not, then I mean that's the loss, and you cut them because there is no use case. Even if either way we did the whole move with the Bitcoin, if they didn't do nothing. Near the top, I got in near the top of the hype. So buy link 50 things we should go on the top of hype. You just bought spot over here, or here? You mean this one, this top? If that's what you last bull run. Oh, hype. Kurwa, okay. Bull run hype. Yeah, okay. Over here, you mean. Okay. Link. I think you'll go 100 just by a time. Sorry, not going. Yeah, but then eventually now you should sell them, right? Most of the coins. You sell them off and get rid of it. There's no use case anymore. If you run trip them and wait for more, they didn't. So now it's the time. Don't wait for it. And if you hit and take some losses on it, like, I mean, I'm sorry, but yeah, sometimes it is. Like, I took 2 losses as well on TIA. Yeah, so be it, right? This bin, I mean, was a great coin. Now it's a shit. And I took some losses on it. Yeah, it happens. Like, even the greatest ones fail. So yeah, I don't know which one it was. This one? Okay, never mind. But you get my point, Marvi. Just go and take some TPs on it. And set those levels as well on the exchange to be hit when the price will get there, because that's how you do it. Otherwise, guys, you need to remember, like, even I have sometimes not trouble, but like not confused. I'm not sure to pull the trigger on something or not. And if I'm not able to do that, I'm letting the exchange do that for me. It's going to be painful to watch, but I mean, one way or another way, you need to sell. You are here to sell and to make money, not to hold forever and, I don't know, babysit the coin and hope for the best. Because they don't give a shit about you. I'm sorry to break that to most of you, but everything what's happening on the market, they don't care about you. They want your money. Yes, that's what they want. But that's what you want as well. You want their money, or to make more money from it, and not to hold and keep looking at it only. You need to pull the trigger. That's the only first thing what you need to learn from it. And either way, on spot, same thing. Like on high, for example, if you're buying at the spot over here, right? For example, like, okay, let's say fuck, what are those lines over here? Oh, okay, never mind, that's a different. Let's say is this hype? Yeah, let's say you bought hype over here, right? All of this moved down, right? He was buying this. So the first thought is, like, for me, it's gonna be like, okay, where do I want to sell? This is the first time that I want to sell something. Then the next one is gonna be, the best thing is to take the lower bearish retest of it, because most of the times that's gonna be hit quicker before the top one. So take the lower position over here and the high of it, right? What's happened afterwards? That's price discovery. I have, not counting this, right? I don't have any charge from it. So, okay, what did we do from here to here? Fucking 130% already. So yeah, that's already one sign to take profit. Then every single, I don't know, 10%, I'm gonna take 2% profit, or 5, or whatever. Same here, right? And that's how I'm gonna play the whole freaking move, because I don't know when it's gonna turn around on me, because it's price discovery, right? That's how you play the whole way up. When it starts to turning around, then you say, okay, now I might cut a little bit more on it. And if you, I don't know, you sell, for example, 80% over here, and this shit's going over here, you can re-add that over here again if it's gonna hold it, right? Because thinking about it, if that's gonna be 5-minute chart, hold the floor, and off you go for the next round, right? And if not, you continue doing it. You still continue selling and whatever. In the first year of owning 6 bonds, I'm not jinxing in hype on so. Yeah, okay, but fuck yeah, that's things with that you need to pay taxes on it. I mean, guys, if you cannot go around that, and to be honest with you, if you are not making billions from the market, there is no really point to look at ways to go around it, because that's you're gonna feel the taxes, but eventually you will need to pay them otherwise, right? I don't know, not like I don't know, ways that they cannot find that you are trading or whatever. I don't know. I'm not living in those kind of countries. I have different ways to do my things. But 50% of the gain, that's fucked up a lot, technically. That's a half of the profit what you need to take and give them back. So calculate that in your profit taking as well, right? If you calculate that, then it should be less painful. I mean, yeah, of course, it's always painful to do that, but that's fucked up, man. 50%. You might see. That's why I said, like, there's nothing positive about that country or that island or whatever it is, or how you call it or how you see it, whatever. I don't know. People shouldn't live there. 50 of the gains. Okay. So if you calculate that in your profit taking, that should be fine, right? Shouldn't be that bad. I mean, we all need to pay taxes otherwise as well. Like, I don't know what to tell you about it. But what you want to say, then you're gonna keep as long as possible to take one TP on it, pay the tax, and that's gonna be happy days. But if that TP never gonna be get hit, you're gonna be stuck with the coins forever. Australia is really fucked up country. Okay, that's fine. But still, you shouldn't. I mean, fuck. I don't know what to say to you, like to people as well with that kind of issues. Like, this shouldn't keep you not for taking the profits, because then what are you doing? Are you gonna keep the coin forever and hope for the best? Like, you need to take one or another way a part of the profit either way. So that's what I mean. Like, calculate the taxes into your profit, what you're gonna take. Like, same when you have a business, you need to calculate the taxes as well when you buy, sell something, or whatever you do. You always calculate the taxes into that whole payment system, right? So on top of the taking profits, take the little bit more to cover the taxes on that one and put that on the side. And that's how you work from it. Like, I don't know how to do it better or efficient, not to cover the taxes on that one. So otherwise, there's no point to invest in anything if you never gonna take profits just because of the taxes, right? Yeah, but for how long you're gonna do that? And how long you think the coin's gonna survive? Like, look at that. Like you said, compound. That's fine. But if I would do that with this, for how long do you gonna do this? For example, if this is the example, right? Yeah, okay, but you don't know that. You don't know how your coin's gonna behave. You can't predict anything. You can't. Like technically, for example, like I said, this, right? Right now, how this looks like, the only what we reach so far is this area. It's 100% what we can do, right? So now it's your question is I am open to take the profits, or I'm gonna wait for the next cycle to do this maybe. I have no clue if that's gonna be even surviving next cycle. But that's the whole idea. Like, I mean, either way, you need to pay taxes on it. You should take profits, otherwise. Like, there is, I don't know, it's weird to say that or something, but for me, the taxes are not the reason not to take profits. Either way. Like no one's gonna convince me to hold as long as possible the coin just because I will need to pay taxes on top of that. I don't care. So yeah, I'm gonna pay the taxes. I don't care about that. So let them have the taxes. I'm gonna happy with the profit that I make from it. So that's why I say, like, if you invest in a coin, right? If you take the profit, then take the profit with the amount calculated already that you need to set on the side for the taxes. That's the best thing what I can, I guess, give you for it. Like calculate exactly how much taxes you will need to pay for it, or you will know. So yeah, that's what I can tell you. And it sucks, I know, but eventually we all need to do that. Like there is no like workaround, I guess, in your country for it. I mean, if that's a possibility, then yeah, you can. Can you not use I don't know, for example, Hyperliquid with the wallet? Use that as a DEX. And I don't know, like a ByBit card or something, and use that without even going through your bank or knowing that you invest anything. Like I don't know how they track as well in Australia. I'm sorry, I'm really like gray about that area. But yeah, maybe there is a workaround. I don't know. But there are more people who are trading right in Australia. Like, can you not ask them? Like, for example, what's her name? Psycho Glitter, right? She's trading. She should know as well how to do the taxes on it or what she's doing. Maybe you should talk with those people because I have no clue how that works in Australia. I can tell you everything about Poland and Holland about it, like how I'm doing it, but I have no sure I'm not clue how's there is going on. But that's as well for all of you guys. Same thing. You need to find out how to do it and how many tax you will need to pay, and then calculate that into your profit. I guess that's the best part of it. Otherwise, yeah, if you cannot go around it, and yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. But anyhow, beautiful. Going back into the range. That's nice. Bitcoin still carry on downside, still going lower. Fine. So like that's the wrong one. Like I was saying, I'm aiming for 3.6 on hype or somewhere over here. If we're gonna break that with the volatility that's coming on today, with Paul speaking. So see it as both ways. Bitcoin as well. We might reach 102, 101. and from there we're gonna pick it up later. I'm not sure we're gonna break this whole structure right now and go lower, or we're gonna keep grinding to the sideways or something. Let's see. Let's see how that's gonna play out. But so far, yeah, we fail quite significant everything. If you want to regain anything, especially on hype, the daily flip and then the weekly, those two we need to regain to go higher. So far, it is what it is. That's a really weird name. Oh, looks like I've been there. There you have it. Nice. Very good. Perfect. Couldn't do it better. We hold it. Yes, we did. 101.6. Perfect. We went lower. That's fine. On the wick, I don't care. I'll come back to the daily. We broke the structure. We regained that. That's fine. Higher high set. Lower high set. Higher high set. Bro, what I need to tell you more about it. Oscillator. Obviously, yes, we do. Now, next move down. Hold this. Regain. Q4 it is. That's what you aim. Right? And what you're going to do then? Bang. Round bottom. To the T. Perfect. Then I assume take profit levels. One, it's been hit already. Second one, February. So I will front run that. Below. Next one, over here. And over here. So far. I can go even higher. Then I will do, this is way too high. I will do the failure. And another failure of it. And then of course, all-time high, mid-range. There we have it. Hang on. You buy the shitloads over here and you sell on the way up. Done. Done, 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 done. All right. I guess that's gonna be all for today. Just have a look on the price action. Yeah, we still need to hold February around that area to go higher, right? We still can retrace a little bit lower, regain the whole previous swing. If that's possible, that's gonna be fine. We're kind of cooling off on the high time frame, so that's good. But we need to see some bounce on it. Then hype, same. Like I was mentioning, the area between the June and previous weekly, what's not been even tested. So that's gonna be on my list first to hit. If not, then I will assume that we're gonna turn around somewhere around 36.5 or even go lower. Who knows? So yeah, that's all for today. Keep an eye, guys, on my time is gonna be around 8-ish. No, 8.3. My God, 8.3. I said 8:30. Paul's gonna speak today, so that's gonna be volatile as well. Depends what he's gonna say. I'm not sure if he's gonna cut the rates or not. Depends in what kind of mood he's gonna be. I don't really care about that. I'm just gonna watch the price action. I'm gonna buy the lows, sell the highs. Easy as that. Don't get caught up in the volatility. If you are not sure to trade it, please stay away and come back when the price settled and we're gonna cool off a little bit and then take a swing on it, because that might be volatile, as in both ways. You can get wicked out quite quick and quite heavy, so please be careful with that. So far, keep it cool-headed, wait for the price action to come to you, and I guess I will see you Sunday, maybe Friday on the market update. Depends if they want me to cover it. If not, let's see. I'm gonna talk with Zeus, who's gonna do it, and for sure Sunday it's gonna be the day. All right, have a good one. See ya.